So we have had a lot of fun in this RV. We've had interesting times and wonderful times, and now we are handing it over to Danny. He's going to do some amazing things with it, and we're excited to see what happens. So make sure to watch that series.
Danny, good luck with it. So Danny, here you go. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thanks for having us.
We love it.
It's been an amazing experience, and likewise,
we're leaving a big piece of ourselves, our least attractive side.
But that's what we'll always have, part of them.
Right?
You know,
exactly.
That's the great thing about it.
A big 6-ton part of us.
Yeah.
And I have found blonde hair on every blanket in your house as I've been folding them up today. So you will have our DNA too. Because neither of you have blonde hair, so I know it's from us.
When we get this thing completely renovated, you'll be told you can be the first to sleep in it if you have that desire.
And we'll put the kids in a tent outside so they don't destroy it.
Right. Yeah. And thank you. We would love to see what happens.
Because I already have great plans for it.
I know you do.
The design on the inside of it. It's going to be completely redesigned.
It'll be exciting.
It was great. So yeah, and we're excited to see what you do.
Yeah.
So
thank y'all.
So thank you. Thank you.
Hello everybody. This is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We had told y'all earlier in one of our other videos that Deep South Homestead was going to be adding a new dimension to our channel instead of just homesteading. This will pertain to homesteading because we have so many people who watch us that are into the tiny houses, and they're not financially able to go out and buy any land right now, and they're trying to figure out how they can live in order to be able to afford their land and get it kind of halfway paid for before they build a home. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you one of the ways that you can get by and afford to live on your land. So what we've done here is we have an RV that we got from Dirtpatcheaven. And what we're going to be doing is showing you the RV that they had. We're going to show it to you front to back. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things we're wanting to do and take y'all along on this journey. It's going to cost us a little money to do, which we don't have enough money to do it. So it may be a lengthy series. We'll only put a video up when we have the financial resources to be able to move forward with the remodeling of this RV, because it can be a very useful tool on the homestead if you're needing something to live in. Because this thing, the plans I have for it is to be completely self-sufficient without the need of anything. It's going to be completely redesigned and remodeled on the inside with some of the most modern conveniences that we can afford, and it's going to have solar and all that stuff hooked up with it. So we're going to start showing you the RV, show you a little bit about the shape it's in now, so that you'll have an idea about where we're going to be going with it and why we need to do what we need to do. This is a sleeping compartment up over the driver's seats. This is where 2 adults can sleep up in here. As you can see, there's a lot of water damage to the curtains, a lot of stains and stuff on the curtains. And that's to be expected. This thing is 38 years old. I'm really surprised it's in as good a shape as it is. You notice the upholstery has begun to come apart just due to age. We're going to probably be having all this reupholstered and put back in here. There's a lot of work on this particular part of the compartment that we're going to be wanting to do. One of the things is the overhead vent system up here is broken. We're going to be trying to see if we can replace some of this overhead vent system up here for fresh air to come in and out of here, because we feel like that's going to be necessary to be able to have a comfortable sleep. And we're going to be replacing the paneling on the sides here. We're going to be changing, getting rid of this dark look that's on these panels around in here. As I'm sitting in the driver's compartment now, there's a lot of work that's got to be done in here. As you can see, the carpet and the flooring has deteriorated over the years. It may be a little dark, but most of the carpet's tore up. Same thing over here on the driver's side. And it's an outdated carpet. It's this old dark burnt orange looking shag carpet. We're going to probably be getting rid of that. Going back with a nicer flooring system in here. Now we'll probably still have some sort of a carpet system up in this area, but the back part of it back here, we're going to be taking this carpet system up. We're going to be installing a nice wood flooring in here, something that brightens it up real bright. The seats, we'll probably get new covers to go on the seats, because what we do may not match. But then again, it all depends on how it looks when we get through. We're not 100% sure yet on that. But there's some panels like on the sides of the door here. All this stuff is going to be replaced with a bright colored paneling, something other that depicts a bright new modern look. The curtain system that hangs in here, all this is going to be redone. The carpet system over my head here, all this is going to be redone. We're going to try to get rid of this and put a more modern, up-to-date look in this. Even though it looks perfectly fine, it's an outdated look, and we're going to try to see if we can't, change that out and make it look a lot more modern on the inside here. Alright, as you can see, the benches here, over a period of time on the sides right here, they're just wore out. I mean, 38 years old, I'm surprised it's made it this far. We're going to reupholster all this stuff and try to come up with a more modern look. We're going to be changing the paneling on the side of this right here. This tabletop here, we're probably going to redo all that and give it a more modern look with probably a new Formica, something that will go with the inside of the motorhome here. As we pan up, we're probably not 100% sure yet, but we're probably going to take this down just simply for headspace purposes, because we really don't need this. There's not really enough storage space here to justify it being there. And what we'll do is we're going to redo these. As you can see, this is all coming apart here. We're going to go back and put new, as you can see, these are compartments here. We're going to go back and put new paneling on all that. We're going to rebuild all these shelves, make them modern looking. We're going to come down, we're going to put new curtains around everything. And inside here, this is storage compartments up under this particular seat here. This is where the water pumps are at, all your electricals at, your water lines and stuff like that. This RV is going to have new pumps put in it. We're going to go back with PEX tubing all throughout the motorhome, just for the simple reason we don't have to worry about it freezing and busting anymore. Trying to take care of the complete water system in it. Alright, y'all, we're going to be redoing the sink area here. We're going to have to put a new sink in. This sink's got rusted spots in it. We're going to be replacing all of the faucet systems that's on it here with a new upgraded faucet system. Like I said, new countertops. All this in here, the drawers and everything, all this is going to be rebuilt with new furniture going in here. There is a heater system right here that's a gas heater system. We're probably going to be upgrading that because the 38-year-old gas heater system, I do not feel comfortable with leaving it in here because it's just too old. This is a battery kill cutoff switch system here. We're going to be redoing all of that. The oven here, there's actually nothing wrong with the oven. It's a gas oven. We're actually going to be taking it apart, cleaning it all up, and putting it back into the new cabinet system when we put it in. And then up above it here, we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be replacing all of this. All this up in here, all this cabinet system is all going to be new. We're going to put it all in as we build the furniture. All this paneling stuff you see here, all this, we're going to replace all this with new, up-to-date paneling. Something that's bright, woody looking, to give it a more modern look. And as we move backwards here, you see over my head here, this particular motorhome came from way up north. It did not come with air conditioning. And because of that, we have it in the south now. We're going to be installing a new air conditioning system on top of it here. And this is where the air conditioning system will actually go. We're going to be, this roof system you see up here, we're going to be replacing all of it with a new, brighter wood look roofing system on it here. And then you have this is the bunk system. We're going to be having all of this reupholstered, kind of replace most of this stuff. We're going to replace all the paneling that you see on these walls here. This bathroom door here, all this will be replaced. The 12-volt lighting system that you see up above, all this is going to be replaced with brand new LED systems, something that doesn't have as much draw on it, so that when we install the solar systems in this thing, the solar panels will be able to run this very efficiently, and we're going to have it where it can be the ultimate bug-out vehicle if we need it to be. This is an area that is a closet area. Of course, we're going to leave that here, but what we're going to do is we're going to completely rebuild it. We're going to give it a brighter look on the inside and make it a little bit more functional as a closet. This refrigerator will come out of here. It doesn't work right now. When Julie and them had it, it did not work. It just served for storage purposes. It is a gas over electric refrigerator. So it'll be coming out. We'll be putting in a brand new electric refrigerator that will operate off of a solar system or a generator system in order to keep it running. Of course, there is storage up above it. We'll be utilizing this storage space. We're not sure yet. We may just use it as more storage space for kitchen goods and canned goods and stuff like that. May just leave it there. And then down here below the refrigerator here, this is where all the electrical system lies. This has all got to be redone, just simply because all of this is outdated. And plus it's 38 years old. I really don't trust it because I'm going to be upgrading this with some more modern appliances. I'm probably going to be redoing the whole circuitry system in this and installing all new electrical stuff and new electrical panels and stuff so that we can run this thing efficiently off of solar or electric. Now, I'm not going to be able to walk in here with you, but I'm going to stand at the door and show you. We're going to be replacing this toilet right here that you see in front of me here. This is a low-profile toilet. They make a high-profile now. The older we get, we've learned that it's a lot easier for us to get off of a high toilet than a low one, so we're going to replace it with a new modern toilet that's an RV toilet. All of this vanity system is going to come out of here. We're going to take out this white sink, and we're going to probably try to go back with a nice stainless steel sink with new faucet systems and all in it. And we're going to be redoing all of the curtains that you see here, all this medicine cabinet stuff like this. We're not sure whether we're going to keep that yet or not. And we're going to probably redo all the mirror system over here and everything. And then on the other side over here, there is a tub and shower, which we haven't found a lot wrong with the tub and shower yet, so we probably are going to leave it. What we will do, though, is replace all the faucet systems in it and give it a good cleaning and go back and make sure we have no leaks in it anywhere and it's all working good. And we'll be replacing the flooring in the bathroom here also, as it's in real bad shape here, as you can see. So we're going to be going back with a nice flooring in there that's water resistant, something that will add color and vigor to the inside of this RV. I'll tell you what we got to do to the outside is the step system down here. This right here, this is all bent up underneath here. It doesn't work. It won't pull out like it's supposed to, so we're going to have to be rebuilding that. This here is the heater vent from the inside for the heater. We're going to be replacing the heater and completely redoing all that components like I mentioned to you on the inside. This here is our compartment where the cargo area. We've got some breaks in the fiberglass here. We're going to have to be redoing all that. We're going to rebuild the inside of the cargo area with new plywood in it and fixing it up with tool bins and stuff like that for all the equipment we'll need while we're on the road. This here is our hot water heater system here. We're going to be converting this from gas hot water heater over to on-demand electric hot water that will run off of a solar system or electricity. Trying to get rid of the gas out of it because in a bug-out situation you may not be able to get enough gas to run a hot water heater. We'll probably design it where some gas bottles can sit inside the cargo area to run the stove if we can't get enough to go in, if there's an issue with the tank on it. Okay, on the back of the RV here, we got to get a receiver hitch system installed here. We're going to be putting a big cargo carrier on the back of it. It's our plans. And on that cargo carrier, we want to be able to have a place to mount a generator, a battery bank system and all to run the solar out of. Plus, We may hook up a system here for a gas grill to hook into the gas tanks on and everything, so you don't have to carry a gas grill with you everywhere. It'll have a built-in gas grill system that you can use on the RV here. It'll make it a lot easier to get up on top of the roof, to get up there to work on the solar panels if need to be, because that's where they're going to be mounted, is up on the roof of it. Okay, this is where the back of the refrigerator is at, and a lot of the electrical components and gas hookups and all that kind of stuff is. We're going to be going into this, undoing all this stuff so we can get that gas refrigerator out of here and get us a nice new electric refrigerator going there, one like we talked about on the inside that'll run off of solar or electricity, and it gives us access to more where we can run our PEX tubing through for our water lines and stuff. The septic system that you see down here at the bottom right in here, I've got to do some research on that. I saw some new valve systems that you can hook up on that. It makes it a lot easier to drain the septic system on it. We'll be looking into that. We're not sure about that just yet. Okay, here we're going to be going into this. We're going to be redesigning this whole system in here, because this is where your electrical is actually at, your plug-in system and all that, where you plug stuff at, your outside electrical source and all that. We're going to go in here, we're going to redesign this whole system, because this is set up as a 30 amp system. We're probably going to install a 50 amp system in order to be able to run everything that we need to run on this motorhome. Of course, we have our water hookup system down here where we hook our water into it. We're going to have a pressure relief valve system we're going to put inside this if we can get it located to drop the water pressure from outside, because one of the biggest things I've learned on RVs so far is that the RV campgrounds a lot of times will have a 110 pound pressure system, and the RV is not rated for that. Even though with the upgrades I'm going to put in it, it probably would handle it okay. I'm still going to put a metering system in it if I can manage to. All right, we're going to have to do a lot of work inside the grill system and the radiator on it. I've noticed that the air conditioning radiator has fell down inside. It's just hanging down in there. The transmission cooling system has fell down and just hanging down in it. So it's all going to have to be, the grill's going to have to be took out. All that's going to have to be fixed back in there. The hood's going to have to be fixed because it's not latching down right. The windshield is busted in it. We're going to have to be replacing the windshield in it at some point. That's not a priority right at the moment. But there's going to be some upgrades on the engine that we're going to have to make. There's some front end work that's got to be done on it. I found some torsion bushings and all that that's wore out on it. So we'll have to be making some upgrades in that. That's to come down the road. Right now we're going to be mainly focusing on just getting any kind of water leaks on the outside of this thing stopped, because we don't want anything damaging anything that we do on the inside of the RV, because that'll be our first priority, is stopping all water leaks on the outside, and then move to the inside. The one reason we don't mind putting a lot of time and effort into this particular motorhome, because this is the American Clipper, is because this fiberglass box system here is really airtight. It's durable. It's sound. There's no problems with it. It's not cracked anywhere. It looks real good. What we're going to do is we tear the paneling out of the inside of this thing. We're going to be re-insulating it as we put the new paneling back up with the sound deadening material and extra insulation to make this thing more economical to heat and cool, so that it's not such a strain on the system when we get the whole system put back in it. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this journey that we've been on here, and this is going to be a long process. This is not something that's just going to happen overnight. It's a new direction we want to take our channel in, trying to tell people there's a lot of different ways to live on a homestead. Sometimes you may have to live in an RV like this to begin with. It's perfectly doable, and the reason we're doing this is we want to show you some of the things, if you buy an older RV, some of the things that you can do to one to make them more efficient, more reliable, and show you that they can be modernized to where they're very functional for the modern day life that we live here. And solar can be hooked up to them. You don't necessarily have to have all the gas hookups that's with it. I'm going to show you how to do gas conversion over to electric, and try to make this thing where it's very convenient for a family to live in, or a couple, on their homestead, or if you just want to travel. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this today, and as soon as we get started here, we may do a Kickstarter on this. If enough people show enough interest in it, we may do a Kickstarter to kind of help us get off the ground and get rolling with this thing. And if we do, and you're interested in it, in the chat below, just leave me some messages and tell me that you're interested in helping to fund this thing along. Like I said, we're doing it not for us, because we have a place. We're doing it to teach y'all that these kind of things can be accomplished in order to have a place to live on a homestead. So thank y'all from Deep South Homestead.